Hi everyone, it's Coach Cary here. Today I'm going to take you through one of the days of logging in Carb Manager. And Carb Manager is a wonderful app that you can use on your phone or desktop. I'm showing you the desktop format today. And the goal here is to lose some weight over the next 100 days. So at True North, we have these 100-day cycles that we work on to lose weight. I was inspired by it last year and was able to lose over 30 pounds. And I wrote about it in my book called The 100-Day Diet. And now we're starting a new cycle, and I've set some new goals for myself. I'd like to lose another 15 pounds. So just getting ready for this 100-day period. We still have 9 days to go as a preparation, but as part of the process of getting ready, I'm starting to practice some of the things that I wrote about in the book to move forward to the next step. So I'm just going to show you how I logged in yesterday and what I ate. Yesterday was a pretty good day. So if I look at number one, my macros for the day, protein was a little bit light. That could have been better. Fat was good. Calories were good, 1,000 calories, net calories, and I'm allowed about 1,500. I just can't seem to get the Carb Manager adjusted to 1,500. It's sitting at 1,800, but my goal is 1,500 net calories a day. And I'm pretty active, so I do a lot of running and workouts and stuff like that. And if you follow our social media channels, you'll see those. So the next thing is the net carbs were low, 16.9. I'm allowed 91.9. I'm going to change this soon because I want to shift more to the keto diet, and this isn't a keto macro ratio. So I won't get into too much detail here on that, but basically you want low carb, you want medium protein and higher fat. So I'll be talking about that in the next few days as I make some adjustments to the Carb Manager. And over here, you can see it's showing me the net carbs, proteins, and fats right here. So these rings help you to visualize that. Right here, it shows you how many net carbs you had, and you can switch this to calories if you want right here. So that kind of gives you an indication of where you should be. I think I'll leave it on calories because right now I'm a little more concerned about getting the calorie count into that 1,500 range. So, and then what did I have to eat yesterday? I'm going to run through this. So for me, breakfast starts at 11 a.m. And breakfast starts at 11 because I fast from 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. So one thing that I do when I first get up is I have some black coffee. That's okay on keto. And I'll often make myself electrolyte drink. And this is what this is. Now, it's not spelled correctly in here. The person who entered it put UNU, and it's noon, N-U-U-N. So it's the kind of the opposite, but it's the Noon Strawberry Lemonade Performance Drink. And the way I get the drink in there is I just scan the barcode on the jar with my phone. So that helps me to enter this. It's very easy to use Carb Manager. So basically I had water with an electrolyte drink. There's some higher net carbs in here because there's some sugar in there. So that's something that I should be concerned about going forward. If I'm going on keto in Carb Manager, it says to avoid that. So probably need to make a tweak to an electrolyte tablet that doesn't have sugar in it. Or carbs. Then I had some cream in my coffee, and this was later after 11 a.m. So that has 6 net carbs, 3 grams of protein, 9 grams of fat for 120 calories and 6 tablespoons. And that was over 2 coffees. So sometimes I'll enter things in bulk. Then I had for my smoothie at 11, I had macadamia beverage, which is like macadamia milk. And I measured that. I took my scale out and I measured how many milliliters, 172 milliliters in the macadamia nut milk. And then I put some almond milk in my smoothie as well, 100 milliliters of almond milk You can see there was no carbs in there, but there was some protein and some fat. If you go to the macadamia, there was a bit of carb, some protein, and a lot more fat, but it's really healthy fat. And this is a good food for keto. There, you see it right there. It says friendly, and same with this one. A lot of my foods are going to be friendly, but definitely want to tweak any that says you have to avoid them. So then hemp protein, I'm using that as my protein base right now. Put in 21 grams, which was a scoop of that. MCT oil, 5 milliliters of MCT oil, which is medium chain triglycerides. That's like coconut oil derivative. Very good, very healthy, especially on keto. So I'm going to keep using that. And that's good for your brain too. And that's something I'm very interested in the next 100 days going forward is brain health and mental health. Kirkland's Signature hemp hearts. I added some hemp hearts from Costco. And the breakdown of that is very good as well. Added some vitamin C, added some collagen to my smoothie, and that was excellent. Later, when I got to work, I actually had a espresso there, and I have these Heavenly Hunks, which are from Costco, and they're an oatmeal type of chocolate chip treat. And you can see here in one of those, they're like squares. In one of the squares, there was 12 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, and 110 calories. Not the greatest for the carbs. Definitely want to limit this. So this will be an occasional treat that I will use going forward. But I have to be careful with this. I definitely can't have two. One occasionally would be okay on this on the diet that I want to be on going forward. So this was my late breakfast at 11 and going into the 1 o'clock hour. So that's why there's no lunch here. And then for dinner, I had my wife made some fries for herself, so I grabbed a few. And that's the thing, you want to give yourself a little bit of flexibility. I had 4 fries. And I put that in. You can see the carbs are high, almost 1 net carb per fry, a little bit more than that. Protein, 0.6 and 0.9 fat, 31 calories. So not a ton of calories, just a lot of sugars in it, if you want to put it that way, net carbs. So it says strictly limit. Again, this is one of those foods where, you don't want to deprive yourself. On the other hand, just grabbing a few and be satisfied with that. Chicken. That was excellent. We made a homemade organic chicken, 75 grams of chicken. I weighed it. Protein 21, fat 5.6, 142 calories. So for my dinner, this was the base of my dinner. And now I'm making some chicken soup today. So I find chicken great for protein. And the chicken soup is excellent, and you'll see me logging in the chicken soup in the coming days. We had a coleslaw, and it was homemade, so cabbage, and the breakdown of cabbage. So coleslaw is going to be one of those things that are going to be an easy go-to for me going forward for the next 100 days to lose some weight. It's easy to make. Put some organic mayo in it. Right here, you might want to add some apple cider vinegar into it as well. I didn't on this day, but you might want to add some apple cider vinegar. It tastes really good, and it's really good for you. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. Red wine. I had some red wine, 75 milliliters, but I was careful and cautious with that. It says keto friendly. I would be careful. Some days I'm not going to have any wine at all, and other days I might have a little bit. My body's pretty sensitive to wine and alcohol, so I'm just going to be careful with that. That was okay, and I slept well, and red wine has its benefits, but it also has its drawbacks if you have too much of it. Cheddar cheese. This was my snack. It was like an appetizer before dinner, and I put these into different snack categories in order to track this. So I want to be really careful with my snacks. And so here with cheddar cheese, It's keto friendly, 0.8 grams of carbs in 25 grams. So I measured it, I weighed it. 5.7 grams of protein, 8.3 fats for 101 calories. So it is a little high on the calorie side, but also has some good fats in it. I had a piece of quiche that was left over in the fridge. This is an avoid, so I won't be having a lot of this going forward. And it was a small piece too. I would say half of a normal piece. 5.1 net carbs, 3.8 protein, 6.6 fats for 96 calories. So this is going to be a one-off here. Macadamia nuts, they're really good for you. 25 grams of that. 1.2, 2, and 19.3. Really good for healthy fats. Some black olives, they're keto friendly as well. And that's the breakdown of olives. So definitely want to include that. And I had some cheese. I had some more cheese. I had a block of Parmesan grated. It wasn't grated, but it was Parmesan cheese. And I took a square of that, 30 grams, measured that. And that's okay to have too. So just to give my appetizer a bit of variety. And I had a little treat here. Snack two was Ritter Sport dark mint chocolate. And I had one piece of that. You can see you want to avoid that because there's a lot of net carbs in there. And it's going to keep you in your body using insulin. And we want to flip over to using fats and keto. Fats for fuel. And then as a snack, I had some coffee. So Nescafe coffee, that's fine, especially if it's black. And I added some half and half cream to this one, and 1.5 ounces, 3 grams of net carbs, 1.5 and 4.5 for 60. So it summarizes each meal for you, how you did with it. It allows you to track your water. And right here on the right side, excuse me, I added up how much water I had. So as I was drinking, especially in the morning, I had water. Before bed, I have water. I try to drink water during the day, but sometimes I have coffee or an electrolyte drink that I premix. So yesterday I had 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 glasses of cups of water. It's encouraging me to have 3,000, I would think this is milliliters, not ounces. 3,000 ounces is a lot. So that must be a spelling mistake there. But 3,000 milliliters, like 2 to 3 liters of water. That sounds more realistic. I think 8 to 10 glasses of water, 250 milliliters each, is a good idea. And the key here for me is just to make sure my urine is straw colored. So you want to make sure your urine is straw colored and not too yellow. Now, if you're taking B vitamins like I do in my smoothie, then your urine's going to be yellow because of the B vitamins. So just make a note of that for yourself. And I'm done logging today. So when I'm finished, I click on that. It gives me a little bit of a celebration here. And that's it for my day. And so I'll be sharing more of this with you as I go along. There's a place to make some notes, so I'll be utilizing that going forward. Yesterday was a really good day. In fact, I could probably eat a little bit more. So today I've started logging. I had a coffee, I had some fish oil in the coffee, and I'll talk to you more about that on a different video, but this is really healthy, and this is kind of how I've started off my day so far. About an hour away from breaking my fast. As you can see right here, I'm on the 16/8 fast, and here's the fasting window, and it's telling me what I can have, including soup stock, which is okay. So I'll be telling you more about that. Chicken soup stock. And fasting started at 7 p.m. yesterday, and the goal will be reached at 11 a.m. this morning. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, guys, let me know. I'd be happy to answer your questions. You can leave a comment here in the show notes. If you're watching on social media, you can PM me or leave a comment as well. And if you're on our website, certainly feel free to explore the website a bit, go to the different links. We do have some webinars coming up, master classes, and we have a master pass now as well, where you for one fee you can have access to all the master classes. There's some coaching as well, so if you want some coaching, I'm available to help you right now, to help you with your diet, nutrition, and weight loss. I'll use a lot of the principles in the book, so if you want to get a head start, go over to Amazon, and the book's called The 100-Day Diet. You can get it in the shop on our website as well, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon.